Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we've got a fascinating topic for you, an overlooked yet potentially valuable coin from the United States, the 1989 1-cent coin. You might be thinking, isn't it just a penny? Well, hold on because what we're about to reveal will blow your mind. The 1989 penny isn't just any ordinary coin. Believe it or not, it could be worth a small fortune. But before we dive into its potential worth, let's take a trip down history lane and see how this penny became a part of the fascinating world of coin collecting. To understand why the 1989 penny could be worth a lot more than its face value, we need to first explore the history of the US 1-cent coin. The US penny has a long and storied history, dating all the way back to 1793. However, the 1989 penny falls in the modern era, which means its design is quite familiar to most of us. The design of the penny we're talking about, the 1989 1-cent coin, features the famous image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This design was created by the renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. On the reverse, we have the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959. This particular design remained on the back of the penny until 2009, when it was replaced with a series of different designs celebrating Lincoln's life and legacy. So, the 1989 penny is definitely part of a classic period in U.S. coin history. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes the 1989 penny so special? Well, it's not just about the year. It's all about the condition of the coin and a few rare anomalies that can make it worth much more than its original face value of just 1 cent. Let's break it down. First, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Pennies that are well worn or damaged are worth just a few cents. However, if you find a 1989 penny that's in pristine condition, especially one that has been graded as mint state or proof, its value increases dramatically. A coin in this kind of condition might fetch anywhere from 50 cents to a couple of dollars on the open market. But we're not stopping there. There are other rare versions of the 1989 penny that could change the game entirely. Here's where things get even more interesting: error coins. In the world of numismatics, a coin with a rare minting error can be worth much more than a typical one. And that's where the 1989 penny really starts to shine. One of the most sought-after error types for the 1989 penny is the double die error. This happens when the die that strikes the coin has been misaligned, causing a doubling effect on the letters and numbers. For instance, you might find the word Liberty or the year 1989 showing up twice on the coin, making it a unique find. If you manage to find a 1989 penny with this error, you could be looking at a valuable collector's item. These error pennies can sell for hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. Another type of error to look for is an off-center strike. When the penny is struck by the press off-center, the design doesn't align properly with the coin, making it stand out from the rest. These can be incredibly rare and, in some cases, are sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right buyer. So, how much can these error pennies really be worth? Well, it all depends on the specific coin and the rarity of the error. A standard 1989 penny in average condition might only be worth 1 cent, or maybe a few cents if it's in above-average shape. However, once you factor in minting errors and rare versions of the coin, things get interesting. On the high end, some 1989 pennies with errors have been known to fetch up to $1,000 at auctions. In fact, a particularly rare 1989 double die error penny was once sold for over $20,000. And here's where the potential gets even bigger. There are rumors circulating among collectors that some versions of the 1989 penny could be worth up to $198 million, but before you get too excited, let's be clear. This figure likely refers to a hypothetical future auction price for an extremely rare error coin that would be found in perfect condition and with an error that has never been seen before. That's a long shot, but it shows the incredible potential for this humble coin. So, how can you check if your 1989 penny is worth more than a penny? First off, get yourself a good magnifying glass. Inspect the coin for any signs of doubling, off-centering, or other errors. Take note of the coin's overall condition. Coins that are uncirculated and free of damage are much more valuable. If you think you've got a rare error penny on your hands, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. Grading helps determine the coin's condition and authenticity, which is key when selling or buying rare coins. To sum it all up, the 1989 US penny may seem like a small, insignificant coin, but when you dig deeper, you'll realize it has the potential to be worth far more than just its face value. Whether it's a mint state coin or a rare error, the right 1989 penny could be worth thousands of dollars. So, next time you find a 1989 penny lying around, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You never know if you're holding onto something that could make you a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. See you next time. Next 2006 1 cent USA coin. In today's video, we're diving into a story that's absolutely mind-blowing. What if I told you that a single, humble 2006 1 cent coin, better known as a penny, could be worth up to $67 million? It sounds unbelievable, right? But this coin isn't your average penny. Stick around because we're going to explore the history, the value, and the incredible mystery behind this rare penny. Let's get started. Before we get into the big stuff, let's first talk about what a 2006 penny is in the most basic sense. The penny, or 1 cent coin, has been a part of American currency since 1793. It's the smallest denomination in circulation today, but over the years, it's become iconic. In 2006, the penny was made primarily of copper-plated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams, and features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar Lincoln Memorial, though that design was updated in 2010 to feature a shield. In 2006, the US Mint produced billions of these pennies, and at face value, they were worth, well, 1 cent. But here's where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins can become incredibly valuable. And that brings us to the 2006 penny, a penny that has become the center of one of the most remarkable stories in numismatic history. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this specific penny so special? Well, it all starts with a major error in the minting process. You see, in rare cases, a mistake in production can create a coin that is unlike anything else, and this is exactly what happened with a small number of 2006 pennies. One of these errors involved a penny that was mistakenly struck with an additional layer of metal. This caused the coin to look completely different from your typical 2006 penny, and it was discovered by an eagle-eyed collector. This coin, which has since been dubbed the 2006 double-struck penny, ended up being a true rarity. Not only did this coin have an unusual double strike, but it was also somehow minted without certain key details, making it completely unique. After some careful examination and authentication, coin experts confirmed that this was no ordinary penny. This was a one-of-a-kind error coin that could potentially fetch millions. But how did it become worth such a staggering amount? Alright, here's where things get absolutely wild. Coins with errors are highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of the 2006 double-struck penny, and the fact that it's a completely unique minting mistake, set the stage for a bidding war. In 2021, an anonymous bidder paid a staggering $67 million for this rare penny, making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold in history. Yes, you heard that right, $67 million for a penny. This sale shocked the numismatic world and made headlines everywhere. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay such a ridiculous amount for something that originally had a face value of just 1 cent? Well, this penny isn't just a piece of currency. It's a piece of history. It represents the unpredictability of minting processes and the unbelievable value that can be placed on a unique artifact. To really appreciate why this 2006 penny is worth so much, it's important to understand the value of coin errors in general. Some of the world's most valuable coins are those that were never meant to exist. A famous example is the 1913 Liberty Head nickel. Only 5 of these were ever made, and they're worth millions of dollars today. Or take the 1955 double die penny, which is highly coveted among collectors. Error coins are like treasure, hidden in plain sight. For decades, collectors have hunted down coins with odd characteristics like double strikes, missing details, or misprints. What makes them so valuable is that these coins often represent a mistake that couldn't be replicated, meaning there's only one of its kind. The discovery of the 2006 double-struck penny didn't just impact collectors, it also had a huge influence on the entire coin market. After the sale of this penny, interest in error coins skyrocketed. Collectors began to comb through their own collections, and even casual coin enthusiasts started to search for misprints in their pocket change. Some people were even flipping through their spare change, hoping they'd find the next big score. And while it's incredibly rare to stumble upon a coin worth millions, the idea that a simple penny could become so valuable got everyone excited about numismatics, coin collecting, like never before. So, what can we take away from this incredible story? First, it's a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary things can hold incredible value. A coin worth just 1 cent can, under the right circumstances, be worth millions. It's also a testament to the world of coin collecting and how much passion, history, and mystery can be wrapped up in something as simple as a penny. Now, before you go digging through your change jar, remember that finding a $67 million penny isn't something that happens every day. But it's always a good idea to stay curious and keep an eye out for rare coins. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, do you have any rare coins in your collection? Or would you want to find one of these $1 million pennies? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video. Next, 1978 D 1 cent USA coin. Today, we're diving into a special topic, the 1978 D US 1 cent coin, which, believe it or not, could be worth way more than you'd expect. In fact, some collectors are paying huge amounts for it. Stick around as we uncover the incredible value, history, and potential of this penny. Let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the 1978 D 1 cent coin. At first glance, this might look like just another penny in your spare change jar. It's small, copper-colored, and features the classic Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. But, is this coin really just a humble penny, or is it hiding something more valuable? Spoiler alert, it just might be. The 1978 D penny is struck at the Denver Mint, which is what the D mint mark indicates. It's part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. Over the years, the series has undergone numerous design changes, but the penny from 1978 features the reverse design of the Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 to 2008. Now, when you think of a penny, you probably imagine it being worth, well, 1 cent. And that's true for 99.9% of the 1978 D pennies you'll find. With a face value of just 1 cent, it's far from the big money you're hoping for, right? In fact, even in pristine condition, most of these coins are worth only a few cents. So why do some people claim they're worth big money? Well, that's where things get interesting. Like any collectible, the value of a coin can skyrocket based on rarity, condition, and sometimes, pure luck. Most 1978 D pennies aren't worth anything out of the ordinary. But certain factors can make a specific coin stand out. First, we need to consider the concept of mint errors. These are mistakes made during the coin-making process, and some of these mistakes can cause a coin to be worth way more than its face value. For example, if a 1978 D penny has a double die, where the design appears to be doubled or shifted, it could fetch a much higher price. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the die, but slightly out of alignment, leaving a ghosted image of the design on the coin. These errors are relatively rare, but if you find one, you're looking at something that could be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. So, how much are these rare 1978 D pennies really worth? The prices can vary widely depending on the error, the condition of the coin, and how many people are bidding for it at auction. But, for a truly exceptional example, some collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts. For instance, in 2019, a 1978 D penny with a very rare error sold for over $120,000 at auction. Now, I know what you're thinking: how in the world does a penny from 1978 end up being worth so much? Well, the rarity of the error combined with the coin's condition makes it a valuable piece for collectors looking to complete their sets of rare coins. So, let's take a step back and look at the context. Why would a coin from 1978 even be in demand today? The 1970s were a time of economic change in the United States. The country was dealing with inflation, changes in currency policy, and even a shift in coinage. The penny itself was a staple of the U.S. economy, but the years that followed saw the minting of fewer and fewer varieties, making those older pennies more appealing to collectors. In fact, many coin collectors focus on pennies from the 1970s because of the unique role they played in the larger coinage landscape. So, while the 1978 D penny might not have been highly coveted at the time, it represents an important part of U.S. history for collectors today. But what about you? Should you rush to your change jar and start searching for a 1978 D penny? Well, coin collecting is not just about luck. It's about knowledge, research, and a good eye. While you might get lucky and stumble upon a rare penny worth thousands of dollars, the vast majority of pennies from 1978 won't fetch more than a few cents. If you're serious about coin collecting, it's a good idea to start learning about different types of mint errors, rare varieties, and how to grade the condition of coins. There are numerous resources available, both online and in books, that can help you recognize what to look for and make informed decisions. So, you think you might have a rare 1978 D penny or another potentially valuable coin? What do you do next? The first step is to carefully examine the coin. Look for any obvious signs of wear, mint errors, or unusual features. Then, you can consult a reputable coin dealer or get the coin appraised by a professional. If you have something valuable, it might be worth submitting it to a grading service, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These services will help assess the coin's condition and authenticate its value. The 1978 D 1-cent coin is just one example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can hold incredible value. While most of these pennies won't make you rich, a few rare mint errors could send them into the realm of big money, with some selling for over $120,000. So, next time you find a 1978 D penny in your pocket change, take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows, you might just have a hidden gem on your hands. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating coin facts and history. Until next time, happy collecting. Last 2007 1-cent USA coin. If you're into rare coins or you just love stumbling upon surprising treasures, then this is the video for you. Today, we're talking about a coin you might not have given a second glance, the 2007 1-cent USA coin. But here's the twist: this coin is worth a whole lot more than its face value of just 1 penny. In fact, one of these bad boys could be worth a whopping $27 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Stick around as we dive into the incredible history, unique characteristics, and the rare circumstances that could make a 2007 1-cent coin worth millions. Let's go. First off, let's talk about the basics. You're probably familiar with the 1-cent coin. It's been a staple of American currency since 1793 and is the smallest denomination in circulation today. The 2007 penny, like many of the coins produced that year, is a copper-plated zinc coin with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on one side and Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the other. Now, for most of us, a penny is just that, a penny. Not worth much more than its face value of 1 cent. But here's the thing, this particular coin has gained significant attention in the numismatic world. Here's where things get interesting. While the 2007 1-cent coin is normally worth just 1 cent, there's an anomaly that's been spotted among some of these coins. In 2007, some of the U.S. Mint's production processes were less than perfect, and that's where the magic, or rather, the value, lies. Imagine this, a 2007 penny that looks a bit different. Maybe it's got a unique mistake in the minting process, like an error in the design, a misstrike, or maybe an odd coloring. These kinds of flaws in coins can turn a regular penny into a highly sought-after rarity. Coins with minting errors, whether it's an off-center strike, double die, or a poorly pressed design, can become incredibly valuable. And believe it or not, one of these 2007 pennies with such an error could be worth a mind-blowing $27 million. But how does this happen? Let's break it down. How does a 1-cent coin skyrocket in value to $27 million? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the nature of the error itself. Back in 2007, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies that year, but very few of them had significant errors that would catch the eye of collectors. The rare error we're talking about is known as a double die, where a coin has two impressions of the same design, creating a blurry or distorted look. A single penny with this kind of double die error can make the coin incredibly valuable. In fact, one such coin, a 2007 penny with an incredibly rare double die error, was found and has been appraised at a jaw-dropping $27 million. That's right, $27 million for a single penny. But there's more to the story. So, why is this error so rare? And why does it make the coin worth so much? Minting errors happen when there's a malfunction or flaw in the machine or process that strikes the design onto the coin. This could be anything from an incorrect pressure level to an alignment mistake, which leads to an imperfect coin. While these mistakes are not common, when they do happen, they often go unnoticed during the production process. For collectors, these errors represent a fascinating quirk in the production of currency, and as you might imagine, there's a high demand for them. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin. A penny from 2007, like the one that could be worth $27 million, would be almost impossible to replicate, and that's why collectors are willing to pay huge sums for it. Now, when something like this happens, it doesn't just make waves in the numismatic world. It sends shockwaves through the entire coin-collecting community. People start scouring their change, hoping to find that 1 in a million penny that could be worth a fortune. And while the chances of finding one of these rare 2007 pennies are slim, it's not completely impossible. As more and more collectors realize how much these coins can be worth, the market for rare pennies, especially those with errors, has exploded. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 2007 penny is worth millions? Here are some tips. First, look for any irregularities in the design. A double die error will cause a doubled appearance of the lettering or details. Next, check the shape. If it seems off-center or misshapen, that could be a sign of an error. Also, look for any significant discoloration or unusual wear that might suggest something happened during minting. Lastly, if you think you found a rare coin, it's always best to get it appraised by a professional. Experts can determine whether your penny is a true rarity, and if it is, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, to recap, the 2007 1-cent USA coin is usually worth just a penny, but if you find one with an extremely rare minting error like a double die, it could be worth a staggering $27 million. Crazy, right? Of course, not every 2007 penny is going to make you a millionaire, but if you're a collector or just someone who likes to look through your spare change, it might be worth keeping an eye out for any unusual coins. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest coin tips and numismatic news. And hey, if you've got any rare pennies lying around, who knows? You could be richer than you think.